Hey guys, so today we're going to be going over college cheer tryouts and how to prepare for them, especially with like college cheer tryout season. It's going to be here before you know it, and for some colleges it already started. So it's like let's go over what we need to know now. That way we're either prepared for the future or we can do a last minute checklist before you guys actually do tryouts. So let's go over it all. First things first, you need to know what the specific team you're going for wants. Every school is different when it comes to cheer. Some may prefer tumbling, others are more about stunning, or they might just care about game day energy in general. And look into the team you want to try out for, whether it's their Instagram, website, or even if you just show up to one of their clinics. You can normally tell what they want by going to that school's clinic. And yes, all the schools, they want you to have tumbling, they want you to have stunts, they want you to have good game day energy, but like some schools, they specialize in it. You should understand what kind of team they are. So like, do they go to competitions or are they purely sideline? And if they do go to competitions, which ones do they go to? Are the competitions more like game day competitions, or are they more like all-star competitions? I mean, you should be able to answer all of those questions, and that'll basically help you narrow down what you need to prepare for, what you need to focus on, and I guess sort of like what your strengths and weaknesses are when it comes to trying out for that team. Next is, of course, what skills you need. Regardless of what team you're trying out for, you should be able to have the fundamentals down. I would personally say that's like the general rule of thumb. Always have like the fundamentals down. From stunts, tumbling to jumps, you should be able to demonstrate all the basics with great form. So like, let's say you're going for an all-girl team, you should be able to do a prep with great technique, or like an extension with great technique. If you're going for co-ed, you should be able to do toss hands or something like toss chair with great technique. And just make sure that you have those fundamentals down, because yes, having the elite skills are great, but if you can't even do the basics correctly, well, what's like what's the point of having you on the team then? Because like, they're gonna have to spend extra time on you, specifically reteaching you stuff that you should already know. Now, most colleges, they'll give like a certain like specific stunts or specific tumbling passes that they want. So like, for example, let's say a school wants toss extension, toss QPs, and then a back handspring. Let's say you have the two stunts but you don't have the back handspring. Don't stress too much, because a huge factor that teams will take into consideration are your potential to grow as a cheerleader, your work ethic, and just how easily coachable you are, because they're not going to put up with somebody who they think they're all that and that they like won't listen to any instructions that their coach gives them. Now, you obviously have to condition to build the necessary muscles for the team. Depending on the position you are trying out for, you should focus on different things. But nonetheless, at the bottom line, you should at least be doing some form of cardio. Or not even just cardio, like some form of conditioning. Whether it's weightlifting in the gym, or running through a cardio circuit that your local Y gave you, or heck, you could even just go outside for a run. It's that simple, but nonetheless, like, any bit of conditioning helps. And especially knowing that some tryouts, they take like multiple days to complete, you're going to want to build up your endurance. And for those of you that don't know, typically in college cheer tryouts, you'll first have to send a video of yourself, and in the video you explain who you are, you explain where you're from, and why that specific team. Why do you want to join that specific team? And think of this as like the preliminary round. This is to sort of get rid of like the people that they know for sure aren't gonna cut it. And it's also to figure out like what you're like, and see if you're potentially a good candidate. Then after that, you go into the physical tryouts. They could have you do stunts, chants, tumbling, or even fight songs. And the order of that, or like what specifically they do, sort of, it depends on what college you're trying out for. but that typically takes about 2 to 3 rounds. And if they're stuck between a few candidates, they'll normally have like an in-person interview where they'll ask similar questions as they did for your tryout videos, and they're basically gonna review your interview and see if, like, on a personal level, are you the kind of person they want on the team. And if by some random reason they're still stuck between candidates, they'll tend to have like some sort of sudden death round for tryouts, whether it's like, oh, first to fail a toss extension is booted off or something like that. But they'll sometimes have like some sort of sudden death round to get rid of, like, to sort of finalize which one they want. Now for mentality and presentation. Confidence and attitude make a huge difference. The goal is to stand out and leave a good impression. So smile, be loud, show leadership and teamwork skills. You're trying out for a cheer team, for crying out loud. If you mess up your skill, just breathe, smile, and try again. The coaches want to see that optimistic resilience. They don't want to see somebody that gets frustrated after like barely hitting their tumbling. They still hit their tumbling, but just take what you do and make sure that you have a positive view on it. And that goes out for like when you're critiquing other people during tryouts too. So like there'll sometimes be like a small little thing where you're gonna have to spot somebody else. Be positive towards them. Hype them up, like tell them, yeah, you got this. Oh, you messed this one up, don't worry, you got it on the next one. Just be positive, keep cheering them up. Again, you are going for a cheer team. The more you cheer for people, the better their chances are. Finally, it's what to bring to the actual tryouts. You'll normally be told what to bring to tryouts, but a few extra things that I would like for sure pack is plenty of pre-wrap and tape, ibuprofen, and please remember to bring your water and maybe a few light snacks, just because, if like tryouts they take all day, they'll either give you like a small lunch break, but like sometimes it'll be like so short you can't do much. So it's like, if you need a snack in between, then you have those snacks, and then water. That's self-explanatory. Stay hydrated. You don't want to be passing out in the middle of tryouts. You need to make a good impression, not an I'm gonna pass out before the first day impression. And make sure to bring the right mindset as well. Expect long days, lots and lots of repetitions. For all you know, maybe for an entire day you're going to be doing nothing but toss extensions, and expect to be evaluated for nearly every move you make. The second you step foot onto campus or the tryout location, the competition for a spot on the team already began. So smile, introduce yourself, don't be shy, don't be the shy quiet one in the corner. Make yourself known and make sure you stand out and leave a good impression. And that's really all there is to it. Now, please note that some of what I said doesn't apply to every single team. Maybe a cheer team does recruitments instead of tryouts, or they only do like half a day for tryouts instead of like 2 or 3 days. Like I said before, research your team, figure out what they want, how their tryouts are going to go specifically. This is just like tryouts in general and how to prepare for all of it. And yeah, just make sure to show up to tryouts prepared, because you don't want to be that one person where they were like super lazy the entire time and then tryout day comes and they have nothing prepared. So yeah, that's all I have for you. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.